Today is Tuesday, September 13th, 2016, and we are counting down. Let's go! 4 more days! Today I have for you 3 strategies you can use to make sure that your goggles are safe and that you don't swim without goggles because, well, let's face it, some of these swim starts can get pretty rough.
I'm LG and this is a TriRiot speed tip. Today's tip is tip number 9. I do whatever I can to protect my goggles. This isn't directly related to transition time, but if you lose your goggles in the swim, it's going to be a pretty horrible swim. If you swim in the middle of the crowd, you're likely to get an elbow in the jaw or kicked in the face. Although this might hurt, the worst part is if you lose your goggles. Now I've got 3 strategies to help prevent this. But first, let me get into something a little more appropriate. Much better. Alright, strategy number 1. If I'm in a big race like an Ironman, I'll take a spare pair of goggles and I'll stick it right here in my wetsuit. That way if I do lose mine, I've got these right here. And they're not in the way, I can still stroke just fine. Strategy number 2 is I always, and I mean always, put my goggles on before my cap. And the reason I do this, as is pretty common, most people would know, is the cap covers the goggle straps. That way, if they do get knocked off, they're not going to go anywhere too easily. The third strategy, and this is something I learned from my friend Bob Gibbons, is to protect my goggles with my arm during the stroke of the swim. So when my arm comes out for the stroke, I keep it close to my head and I leave it there until the other arm can come up and protect the other side. And I just do this the whole swim. Now, that way, one side or the other is always protected. So those strategies are, again, spare pair of goggles, goggle straps under the cap, and protect the goggles with the arms.
I came across an ad on the internet, and in fact, it may have been an email or something. No, it was on Facebook. An ad on Facebook for a product called Hot Shot. Maybe you've heard of it. It's supposed to prevent cramps, and, well, here's a little story on that. So, look what arrived in the mail. This is supposed to be good for preventing cramps. Very funny. Muscle cramps. The advertisements say that it's scientifically proven to prevent cramps. We'll see about that. Let's see. What do we got here? Alright. Alright, check this out. Building on his Nobel Prize winning research on the body's ion channels. Here we go. Prevent. Drink a 1.7 ounce Hot Shot 15 to 30 minutes before exercise to boost your neuromuscular performance and prevent muscle cramps. Feel it work from the first kick to the warm afterglow. Sounds like sex with a muskrat. What the hell?
Alright, I'm gonna try this stuff. We'll see what happens here.
I'm witnessing.
Yes, I have a witness behind me.
Now he's gonna leave me in the dust.
Oh! Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has a kick. I don't know. Okay, there, it's gone. That was quick. 86 miles, not bad. I drafted off of Misty for the last 20. As far as cramping, remember I took this stuff before we left. This Hot Shot. I haven't cramped. I don't know that I would have cramped without it, but I didn't cramp, so that's a good thing.
Alright, before we wrap up this episode of the Countdown of TriRiot, I want to leave you with some advice my friend Ricky gave to me.
Oh, the one thing you don't want to do is see anybody's butt. And as long as you're out in front, you ain't got to worry about that.
I'll remember that. No butts.
No butts.
No butts. What about my own? That's a problem.
That'd be a bad deal.
That'd be a problem.
All right. Well, that does it for this episode. Until tomorrow, stay to the right, pass on the left, and keep on smiling. For TriRiot, I'm LG, wearing the Dodgers cap.